Monday morning! It's the main event. After a Super Bowl Sunday, we all made it in. Maybe. We'll see how the next 2 hours goes. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys. And folks, woo-hee, is he excited? He was thinking back to his Dallas Cowboys days yesterday and just the domination that happened on the field. And he's all giddy this morning. Dale Hillestra's here.
Well, Steven, I don't know about the game all that much, but boy, what a busy weekend here in the Valley with golf and football and you tweeting up a storm and
I didn't tweet that much.
And finding some new sport where idiots run into each other.
Did you see that nonsense? That's akin to like killing people, man.
No pads.
Did you see that too? Like they'd hit each other and they'd both be passed out.
Yeah, I mean, I glanced at it. That's like that.
I didn't think you would watch. I was like, this is too
No, I
much
glanced
for
at
Dale.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay, whatever. It's kind of like that slapping deal.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing.
You
ever.
know, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
How do you train for that?
Yeah,
Steve?
and I don't know.
Tell
That
me.
just popped up on my feed, and then I reposted it. And I'm not saying I'm responsible for it. And then all of a sudden, like an hour later, I start seeing all these other people post, and I'm like, oh wow, I guess I just had my feed first. That's the stupidest idea on the planet. I like Lou though. He's like, you and Dale.
Yeah.
That's why I put on there. That's why I put the I will kill him because I know neither one of us are dumb. And I knew you would back out of it because thank God you have brains.
I'd run full speed right in the last second, dodge you.
Well, that's what I was going to try to figure out how to phrase the joke where I was going to be like, full speed for us would be like turtles. It would take us 20 minutes to get to the middle, and then we'd barely touch each other.
I wouldn't mind doing that with those, big airbag things around
the sumo things around you. Yeah, that would be fun.
But
because you bounce off.
goodness.
But watching them, like you just see them, they hit and they're like out. Then they hit the ground and like one of them will wake up.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is happening? I don't know what country that was in or anything, but that's crazy talk.
I can't believe that it's very high paying. I don't know how many people watch it.
That's the other side because I had this conversation with Autumn on Saturday night with the UFC. We're like, no, this is an Apex fight. So it's
real quick.
Yep.
So that's where
sorry.
I think I saw.
Oh.
I think it's both you and Lou
okay.
talking. It seems like there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Weight missing.
Yes.
And shenanigans.
Yes.
And
I don't know how Lou does it, man. I'm sick of it.
Really?
I'm new to the UFC, and I'm like, this crap, excuse my language, this crap is rigged.
Okay.
It's garbage. They're legitimately cheating.
By like coming in 5, 6, 7, 8
The
pounds.
weight they're cheating, but then when they get in the ring, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
And then these judges are just like, oh, that guy won. It's like that guy obviously didn't win.
So you're getting yourself worked up over it.
I'm not getting worked up about it, but I am mildly annoyed about it.
And you're just kind of,
And I'm a
compared
new
to
guy.
Lou, you're a newbie.
I'm a newbie to UFC. But then the amount of people that I see on my feed now, because I follow a bunch of people that, follow UFC and stuff like that, even they're starting to comment about it, Lou's vocal about it. And I'm like, all right, well, this is stupid. Why are we all doing this on a Saturday night? What are we doing right now? So that's what's interesting about it. It's like now the guys that follow it, not just the handicappers, but guys that follow it, report on it, they're starting to call it out.
Yeah.
How ridiculous it is. Yeah. So.
Okay.
But it's just, I just don't get it, man.
Because I know Lou when I first met him, 7, 8 years ago. He said it's the last bastion of competitiveness and up and all that stuff because he really soured on boxing.
Yeah.
He used to be a
going
big
the way of
boxing
boxing.
guy.
It's going the way.
And it kind of seems a little bit.
Not only is it going the way of boxing, like it's even worse. Like here's the problem with UFC. If you're a dog better, it's hard to win because favorites win most of the time.
Okay.
Even if it goes to a decision, even if the favorite didn't dominate that fight, the favorite's winning the decision. And it's just like what is happening right now?
Right.
And it's just the thing that I noticed on Saturday, and Autumn picked up on this as well. Guys that it would be over under 1.5, meaning 1.5 rounds, quick knockout is what they're expecting. Even Lou said it on Thursday. Oh, this fight's set up for him to knock him out in a hurry. Okay, cool. Those fights are set up like that. Cool, whatever. And then you're in the third round, and they're just hugging each other in the ring, like stalling to get to that decision. And you're like,
And that doesn't seem very UFC-ish like.
Yeah, and it's just like, why aren't you guys hitting each other anymore?
Right.
Why aren't you going for this? And even like one of the fights, the announcer said, well, he's given up on trying to knock him out, so now he's just going to play defense for the next round or so. And it's like, what? What? It's in the script. It's in the WWE script.
Right.
You know. I don't know. Maybe it's out. Maybe it's just me being sensitive to it. Then we had to see that rigged game yesterday. Went exactly the way I called it. I told you guys. I knew it was going to happen. You want to know why? Because I've read the script. I'm just kidding. Somebody's going to take that serious.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
The NFL fed me the script, and I told you guys.
Well, you believe the poster.
Well, we should all believe the poster now, Dale.
So we'll pay attention next year.
We should all believe in that. Then you had the Olympics this weekend. The Olympics
Your girl.
are amazing.
What about your girl?
That's right. I woke up to that Saturday morning. I didn't get up early enough to watch it live. I woke up and was like, Lindsey Vonn, helicoptered off. Those were the first pictures I saw was her being helicoptered off. And I went, what? Okay, this is how crazy it was when I looked at this downhill. Because you watch them going downhill, and then you find out they're going 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour for the men.
Yeah.
80 miles an hour or so for the women. And you're like, well, that's a little nuts. But do you guys know how fast 80 miles an hour is downhill on ice and snow? So then, later on...
Think about going down the 101.
Yeah.
With no traffic.
Yeah. I hate when my window's down.
You're going 90 miles an hour.
And you're going downhill.
And you have to do slight turns.
Yeah. And nothing to stop you except for you face planting into that snow and digging into that snow several hundred feet later. So well, before I get to the other thing that amazed me. So then I went and found the video. Yay.
Pretty ugly.
She clipped the she was cutting a corner short and she clipped the what are those
flags?
The flags. Oh yeah, turned her sideways. She landed sideways, perpendicular to the ground. Just then the good thing is you can't see her tumbling down because of the amount of snow that's popping up. So
right.
You can't see that. But then the hardest thing was she's sitting there on the ice and her feet are just all sideways and everything. So this accident had nothing to do with her knee. Just she clipped the thing. But then, because you know how microphones are everywhere, you can hear her screaming. And so they get there. 20 minutes later, they get her into the thing, and they helicopter her off. 20-minute delay as well. She's screaming the whole time in pain. Immediate surgery, fractured the left leg. By the way, same one that had the ACL issue there as well. So, she's in stable condition now. But it was just hard to watch. I don't know if the replay cleaned it up a little bit and didn't have her screaming on the mountain like they did earlier in the day.
Right.
But it's like, man, okay, I get it. She's hurt. You want to stay on it, but I don't know. Pan around to something else.
Yeah. I don't need to see that.
It was bad enough watching it happen. But then just hearing it happen was like, it'll give you nightmares.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And you watched it.
Oh, I watched every second.
And you turned the volume up.
I was like, are those bald eagles in the distance? Oh, that's her.
Wow.
No, it was. So then later on Saturday, I was watching some coverage, and they have this fantastic drone coverage happening.
Okay.
So like on the luge, they have a drone that follows the lugers down. First of all, the guy that commands the luge should get a gold medal. The drone in the luge, because that thing's just following this thing on the way down.
Right.
But then they have drones that follow these downhill skiers on the men's side. That is terrifying. Like, you watch them go down, the camera goes like this, and you watch them go by, and you're like, they're going fast, but whatever. The drone behind them, Dale, was terrifying.
You told me on Friday that you thought the luge was kind of an easy event.
You just go for a ride.
Yeah. You run 3 steps, you hop in the back, and you go.
No, that's the bobsled.
No.
The luge is the one where you lay down on it.
Oh, okay.
Feet first.
Okay.
Yeah. So this drone coverage of this Olympics opens your eyes a little bit at what these guys are doing.
Right.
Guys and gals are doing. Because I don't know if the drone had make it look more terrifying than it really is, but oh my God, when that drone was going, I'm watching that. I'm literally like, what are these guys doing? These guys are nuts. And then you watch that on top of watching Lindsey Vonn clip that thing and go down and everything, and you're just like, what is happening? So you got to give these Olympians some credit out there. Yeah, some credit.
Oh, you got to give them more. Just watching some of the ice skating last night after the game. It's like, dudes jumping in there. And I said, Brooke, how many times did he spin?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, how do you know?
Yeah. And they're like, that was a great quadruple Lindy. And you're like,
are you sure he went 4 or is it 3 or is it 5?
I know. Well, then there was like a 16-year-old kid in the, I think they call it the ski jump, who's skiing with a broken arm, and he just goes up there and lands it. I'm like, that kid's in high school.
Yeah.
And he's just...
Not even a senior, probably.
No, 15. And then he lands it, and he's just all, yay, did it.
I'm not going to let no stinking broken arm get me out of the
Olympics. It's amazing. Friday's opening ceremonies for the Olympics with your Olympic update here. 21.4 million viewers on NBC and Peacock. By the way, that is a 34% increase over the 2022 Beijing Olympics, which were the least watched Winter Games in history. The Beijing ones.
Okay.
Now, there's two things at play here. One, opening ceremonies live was at noon our time on Friday. Easier to watch. The Beijing ones was like 3 a.m. our time, so easier to watch now and stuff to that effect. So you got some good side there as well.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, I've appreciated the Winter Olympics more.
Really? I like the winter better than I like the summer.
Ooh, see, that's hard, Steve.
I do.
That's hard.
Why is that hard?
Because in Summer Olympics, there's basketball, there's swimming, there's
but we watch basketball all year long.
Gymnastics.
Yeah, but you got to remember, too, hockey is like my favorite sport.
Okay.
So I like hockey.
Well, that explains
But that's the other side of it. We watch basketball all year round. You know what we don't watch? People going 90 miles an hour down a mountain.
That's true.
Trying to get to the bottom.
But
like a bear's chasing them or something?
Yeah, but we don't watch track and field. We don't watch swimming.
No, that's the one thing I do love about the Summer Olympics because those dudes are fast.
Yeah.
But they're running in a straight line. These people are strapping things to their feet and going, doot, 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 and then, whoo.
Well, then you hear the announcers go, oh, well, they got a little out of their path there. It's showing like 2 feet.
Yeah.
They're going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's a deduction.
Yeah.
A little bit outside.
Oh, that slowed them down.
My favorite is when they go, that turn, he dug in a little bit on that turn. And I'm like, he didn't slow down at all, Tiger. But it cost him 1/10 of a point. Hey, that's why these people are doing weird stuff to their to get a little extra jumpage time out of that. No, I like the winter better just because it's sports. It's sports that more skill.
Well,
like a track and field guy, you train your whole life. You have a natural ability at speed. You can get faster, yes. But like I could go train. When I was 20, I could have gone and trained for years, and I'm never running Ben Johnson's speed or Carl Lewis speed ever in my life, no matter how much I trained.
I think the uniqueness is their sports that you're right. You see basketball year round. Now it's country versus country at the Olympics. But the other event, you don't watch them except for every 4 years.
But like gymnastics, okay, I get it. Like, I'm not saying you can train to be that way, but it's a special skill set. But it's at the same time, you're like, all right.
Well, what's fascinating about gymnastics, my girls grew up and they did the little, the young girls gymnastics and all that. Then you think of all the gym people and the what were they called? The gym. Where do they practice? Gymnastics.
Gymnasium.
Yeah, is it a gymnasium?
Yeah.
That's basketball.
No.
Anyway, all the clubs.
Basketball invaded the gymnasiums.
All the clubs, all over the country.
When my daughter did it, we called it. We're going to the.
Well, you were
gym.
calling it wrong. People probably looking at you funny and going, "Come on, Steve." But out of all the people that are doing it at 8, 9, 10 years old, they pick 8 or 10.
Yeah.
From the entire country.
Yeah.
to go to the Olympics.
That's the thing.
That's
how
nuts.
close it is. No, I like the Summer Olympics. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer. I just feel like Winter Olympics. Like when I was younger, if I would have grown up in that environment, I just feel like I could ride some skis downhill and take a jump and go and then land it with a little bit of training. I just feel like I could do that. I could definitely be a loser because those guys were not in shape, and those outfits are not flattering.
Well, and you'd think that with your weight, no offense,
you go faster.
Gravity might drag you downhill a little quicker.
Yeah, there's some big dudes doing that thing. I feel like we could do that, Dale.
We?
I feel like you and I could no, we're not doing the double. That was weird. That was weird. I want to go on that. That is weird. I don't care what you're doing in life. You watch that and you're like, what? Who determined that's what? Why'd you stop at 2? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't think the two of us are fitting in one unless it's specially made.
Oh my goodness!
They'd have to make it so wide that we get stuck on the sides.
I don't know why you have to insult me in this deal too.
I saw both of us.
You'd have to have somebody else push it. You and I would be winded before we try to hop in it. It's like, what is happening right now? But yeah, so it's good Olympics so far. Yeah. Big controversy. Okay, I'm going to show you this real quick. Curling's going on. Curling, if you don't know, is my all-time favorite sports, period. I fell in love with curling hundreds of years ago. I was in the Bahamas one time on a trip, and we're at the Atlantis Resort, and they do the British broadcasting there in the Bahamas, if you don't know. And middle of like April, 80-something degrees outside. Are we at the beach? No. Are we doing stuff around the resort? No. You know what I'm doing? I'm watching curling in the room to the point where the housekeeper comes in and goes, we have like movie theaters and things you can go to. And I'm like, yeah, but curling's on. So when this gets done, I'm going to go enjoy your places. That's how much I love curling. Oh my gosh. Did you see this? First of all, show this real quick here. The curling 3 hit here. This is an American here, so USA, first of all. But look at this hit here to basically advance and make the win.
Red Rock removal.
I'm going to show it again here. Dale said this is easy last week. There's nothing easy about this.
Trying to drop one into the right spot.
Oh, by himself. He has to do it by himself.
This is just it's the mixed one. So the girls on the other side. Look at this though. Knocks all 3 out. That top one. Look at him celebrate, Dale. The top one is to block you.
Beautiful.
So he nails all 3 of them. Knocks them all out. No points for you, opponent.
What a throw.
Get this garbage out of here.
The American fans, Hopkins.
How do they do that and they don't touch theirs or anybody else's?
Yes.
No, I think single.
Yes.
I wanted to call it luge.
No, curling.
Curling.
Yeah. Well, it's double. Your partner's on the other side.
Yeah.
You saw she moves it once they get hit. It's not like the group one. We have 3 people on the other end.
Okay. Sweep.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah, that's a different deal. But here's the thing. That landed controversy. You want to know why, Dale? Celebrating like that is unbecoming of curling.
Really?
Yeah. Here's something for you, rest of the world. America with 2 middle fingers and a AK-47 shooting into the air with birds flying everywhere. Bald eagles. Yeah, America. Yeah, people were complaining. It's unbecoming of curling to celebrate.
What are you supposed to do? Just give a Tiger Woods?
Be in the moment. Yeah, seriously.
Be happy. Enjoy yourself.
I know, it's so stupid. Celebrate a hit like that.
It's not like you're taunting somebody else.
You know why that was big? They won it. They obviously knocked them out of 0 points, and they ended up winning it. They came back to win it too. But yeah, just the rest of the people going, it's unbecoming of curling. We don't do that in this sport. You know who does that? We do. In all seriousness, that drove me nuts.
Controversy.
But then the amount of people criticizing Lindsey Vonn for skiing, that had nothing to do with her ACL. Her kind of now. It might have. She might not have been able to turn as easily, but she was trying to shave some time off of her run there, and went way too close to that gate. And maybe her knee didn't allow her to move far enough and stuff like that. It's possible.
Right.
But I'm not going to fault her. The amount of people that fault her for, well, she shouldn't even have been running with the ACL and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'd go that far.
Well, again, it's not like she going to have a procedure done and she can do this in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's 4 years.
Yes. And this is her last one.
Yeah.
She's 41 years old on top of it.
Yeah.
I was rooting for the old lady. Old gray-haired goose, Lindsey Vonn.
Wow.
Ilya Maladin. I tried to find the video on this, but NBC's restricting a lot of these videos out there. They pulled off the first legal Olympic figure skating backflip in 50 years on Saturday.
Legal?
Legal. It was illegal. It was deemed so daring. It was deemed so unhealthy, unsafe,
Dangerous?
that they banned it. Somebody back in the 1976 games, American skater Terry Kubica, again, USA, became the first to pull one off in the 1976 games. And then they banned it because safety reasons. You can fall and hit your head. And France had somebody, Sergei Bonali. He landed one illegally at the Nagano Olympics in 1998. He received a deduction for that. And then they lifted the ban. It's no longer unsafe, folks, in 2024. First legal backflip.
Not that I understand ice skating. I just know I've been on skates maybe twice in my life. And as long as I hang on to the edge, I'm good. As soon as I let go, and this is back when I was somewhat athletic. As soon as I let go,
you were a football player. You have to be pretty athletic.
Whoop.
Yeah, well, that's all balanced there. Yeah, no balance. Well, figure skating's even more. Like the ice is razor thin, no pun intended, to keep it smooth and everything, so you can land and your skates bite into it. It's amazing to see all this stuff. Yeah. To watch what these people do. I just feel like the Winter Olympics, I'm watching events that you feel like you can do. That's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like I can do the half pipe in snowboarding. I can't, but I feel like I could learn to do it. There's nothing in the summer games where I'm like, I can go do that.
You can run.
Yeah. Not at those speeds.
You can high jump.
I watch those guys do the mile, and then I'm on my couch sweating with my inhaler and oxygen.
Come on, where's your kick? Kick it in.
The swimmers watching Michael Phelps, and I'm like I'm gonna drown halfway down that lap.
It's a long pool.
The big controversy in the Olympics, Dale, since we're doing Olympic updates here after the opening weekend, guess what the other big controversy is here? And I don't understand how this happens other than you're cheap. You went cheap. You went with the lowest bidder in this process. Do you know what the biggest controversy is?
I don't know that yet.
The Olympic medals are breaking.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah. No. They're not
Solid gold doesn't break.
They're not all gold anymore. That went away a long time ago. Yeah, they're breaking. They're not even breaking because they're being abused, like throwing them against the wall. One of the American skiers that won over the weekend jumped up and down and it broke. Like I said, didn't hit it against the wall,
right.
Didn't fall, and it landed on something sharp. Jumped up and down and it broke. She's at her press conference holding the rope and then holding it with a chunk out of it. Oh yeah, it broke. I jumped to celebrate.
That's not a good look.
Okay, yes. You're supposed to be this prestigious event where everybody, is excited to be there and all of that stuff. And the thing you're going for the most, that's why you're there, is breaking.
Yeah.
The Olympic Committee is everything you think it is.
How much is that bid? Oh, that's too much. Yeah. How about let's go to this one over here we've never heard of.
They get their medals made in China.
Hey, they misspelled Olympics.
Yeah, exactly. My other favorite thing is I'm watching this guy right now because I saw it earlier as well. This guy on social media, he's doing curling right now. He's got his Roomba, the robot vacuums. It's moving in his house on the tile, and he's got a sweeper in front of it, and he's sweeping in front of it. So the Roomba has a good place to go.
Do you have a Roomba, Steve?
No. The dancing or the vacuum?
Vacuum.
No.
You have a Roomba for dancing?
Yes, I do that all the time. That's why I had to clarify.
Oh, boy.
Don't be jealous, Dale.
Oh,
Don't be
boy.
jealous. You'll know which Roomba studio I go to because there's an ambulance sitting outside when I think it's in my contract with them. I was like, I'll sign up for you for classes and everything, but you've got to have an emergency mechanism for me going forward as well. So that's your weekend update on the medals on the Olympics.
Well, I was going to say, for a guy who decided not to go out to the Open because his ankle hurt and he would have to walk, I don't know if Roomba's you're calling.
Yeah.
You take some pain pills,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, just pop it. Yeah, to the point where I don't even know I'm Roomba. Roomba. I'm not even. I don't even know the plural on that. Today, of course, you've got freestyle skiing. Well, that was like 3:30 this morning, and everything. You had combined slalom, alpine skiing as well. What does that mean by team combined slalom? Does that mean everybody goes at once as a team, or do you have to hand off a baton at the end?
I have no idea what that would be.
I really don't know. That was always funny. Speed skating, which is fun to watch. How fast they go, just mixed together like that, and they don't run into each other. And
well, they do every once in a while.
Those
skates are like this big.
I know, but they're thin. Watching them go. Women's big air final. I don't even know what that is, but I'm intrigued.
That's got to be ski jumping.
It's snowboarding. Yeah, it's snowboarding. Then you got ski jumping today, men's normal hill individual final. That's at 12:12 p.m. our time. 11:30 our time is the women's big air final in snowboard. Yeah, they got to come up with a different name on that. Yeah. USA mixed doubles was earlier. That was the final game in pool play. That was 2:00 this morning our time. U.S. mixed doubles semifinals because they qualified already. 10:05. I'm sorry. Yeah, 10:05 a.m. our time here. Then hockey, U.S. women in Switzerland at 12:40 p.m. our time. U.S. women winning their first match before the opening ceremonies last week, Dale. Then you've got men's team downhill, women's singles run in the luge, and during the middays here. Men's normal hill individual first round, that is the ski jumping. That's at 11 a.m. our time. Ice dance, rhythm dance.
You just do the same thing, Roomba, ice dancing.
I do it on skates. It's 11:20 a.m. our time. Ice dance, rhythm dance. Rhythm's gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you tonight. Then later on today, you've got, I guess this was earlier as well. You had curling. Curling's dominating right now. But then you got hockey, women's hockey all over the place. Non-Americans as well. But more importantly, semifinals of curling happening today. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Are the United States still in it?
Oh yeah. Oh, they qualify. That was that one I showed you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was their advancement right there. So they were set to go. It is a light schedule today in the Olympics. It picks up as we go along here as well. So there you go. Catch some Olympics today, folks.
Yeah, that's what's fascinating. We're talking about over the weekend, the fact that, back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, you didn't know what the results were.
Yeah, like you had to watch whenever they played it.
Yeah, or they'd run it at night, and you'd be watching like you didn't know the results.
Yeah, they were like 12 hours earlier. They'd done it. But
and now with Twitter and whatever else, you already know what's happening.
Well, it's even more confusing because they play it live when it's live. That's like 2 a.m. our time.
Right.
They play it live then, and then they replay it later. So that actually happened to me. Like I said, with the Japanese one, whenever that was, 2021 or whatever, because I was in the hospital. And so I was watching it live, and then I'd fall asleep. And I'd wake up, and I'd be watching it during the day again. And I'm like, oh, I already saw this. It's the exact same feed.
I'm going to bet myself. I bet they score.
Exactly. Oh, no, that's why I was like the nurses. I was like, how do you think this guy's going to do? I think he looks like he's going to do good. And they're like, No, I think he's going to do good. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think he's going to fall. I'm going to bet he's going to fall. Ah, it's beautiful. So there you go. Here's your Olympic update, Dale, here on this Monday.
I think the first segment should always be Olympic update for the next couple of weeks, and
Well, of course.
I'll just show up at 8:30.
You're not going to watch the Olympics at all? Now that football's over,
Yes.
baseball pitchers and catchers are reporting. It's spring training. You're not going to be sitting down watching every moment of that.
You're not?
What else are you going to be watching?
My beloved Phoenix Suns.
They don't play all the time. They play every like 3 days.
No, I mean I will definitely watch the Olympics.
I saw this thing on Twitter yesterday, and it was like, Lindsey Vonn, you tore your ACL, you exploded your ACL, and she's like, that's okay, I'm gonna still go out there, And then, like I said, the 15-year-old kid that ski jumping, broken arm, and he's out there just doing like, and then landing it, and it's like and it's like NBA player, we played last night, so I can't go for 2 days. I just cracked me up.
I fell on my backside. I need a week.
I have a contusion, hip contusion, so I can't do it as well. So, yeah. Robert says, Robert tagged me on the drone videos. I'm telling you, man, I'll retweet it as well. I'm telling you, the drone just gives you the perspective of how nuts these guys are. These people are going down these mountains. Even the ski jump guys, like they slowed that down, like that kid with 15-year-old kid. I should probably know his name, but I don't. He did like 7 different spins in the air before he landed it. To me, it's all like one just motion of skis just going like this. They slowed it down, and it's like that kid turned, went upside down, high-fived somebody, took his skis off, had a sip of coffee, put his skis back on, and then landed it. What? It is amazing. This drone footage is amazing.
Absolutely no fear of any of those athletes.
You sure? Crazy. Are you sure? Because you don't know if they're screaming the whole way down.
I'm gonna die.
Do you think like their last thought is, did I tighten that left ski? Doesn't feel right.
Midair, yeah.
Doesn't feel right as they start.
It's a little loose.
It feels a little off. No, these guys are this is what they do for life, man. They didn't just start doing this, and do it every once in a while. Like I was reading, like Lindsey Vonn spends a lot of time because they have like ski competitions places and stuff to that effect. And like she spends a lot of time in Switzerland and doing professional runs there on top of the training. And like, this is a big deal, man.
Oh.
That's why they need the sponsorships and stuff. It's because that's how they live and stuff like that. And then Robert says, does Tori run the Curling Federation?
Uh-oh.
I know. We got to get our, we got to get the,
our Tori shot in before the season even starts.
Yes. Don't we always have to get Tori shots in? I'm looking forward to it. Pitchers and catchers are reporting here this week. And I'm looking forward to the first. Well, we got to ramp them up so they can make it through the whole season. We're not gonna let them pitch for the first 3 weeks of spring training because they got to get ready for the season. We got to save their arms for the playoffs. I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for it. You might hear my head explode around
you
town.
You might rupture your head
when that happens. Yeah, Robert says, watching that drone feed following the skiers was crazy, and then he tagged us on it. It is, man. I'll retweet it as well at TME Sports Show because Robert tagged us in it because he went and found that video. I should have got it for the show. I wasn't even thinking that because it gives you a perspective on what these guys do. Because you always say, like, put somebody normal out. Like, put like a guy like me out there, like an accountant just sitting at his desk, and you're like, you're going to go run this downhill and put him on skis and just have him go. Just so you can see how hard it is to do. Right. You don't need to do that with the drone. This drone shows you how nuts these people are. And to them, it's just normal, Dale. That's the weird thing. To them, they're like, oh, I was going kind of slow on that run. Kind of disappointed in myself.
I got to work on those tight cuts.
Yes. Meanwhile, we get to the bottom, and your hair's all backwards, and you're just like, When we come back, we'll keep it rolling. The other big thing this weekend, first of all, quit being cheap. Fix your broken medals, clowns. You have one job as the Olympics. Put on the games and make it memorable for the athletes on something they've worked their whole lives to win, and you screw it up because you went cheap. Something big happened yesterday, Dale. I went to the movies.
Yeah, you said that movie was good.
It was good. Maybe I'll fill you in on that as well. But of course, we got the Super Bowl and went exactly the way I told you guys it would. Don't know how the Patriots going to score. Seattle's going to run the football down. And I'm actually mad at myself. Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here, main event on Monday. Programming note for the week. Bruce Cooper won't be in tomorrow. He's got another thing he's been summoned to, so he's going to come in on Friday this week. Everything else is normal, I believe.
You do?
Maybe. As Dale tells me something else.
You coming in all day, all week?
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. You might have something to do.
I might.
Might be going to White Sands, New Mexico.
We are going to be off on Monday, President's Day, though.
Oh, you're taking that off, huh?
It's my birthday weekend, and we always, I don't think, it's not a secret. We've said it before. But no, we always go to the Renaissance Festival on President's Day Monday. My birthday week. I've done it my whole life, and kids enjoy it. So still going to do that. So we are going to take off, unless you're doing a show. He's like, no. Dale's like, no, I'm not doing one.
I'm going to protest.
I'm not doing one.
I'm going to protest. He's not going to
It's right after I got to recover from the Daytona 500 this weekend. Pit Stop's going to start up this week. We'll have one show this week setting up the season. Changes in the off season. Look ahead to the Daytona 500 festivities this week as you got qualifying coming up. All of the Daytona stuff going into Sunday's a big race as well with the Cup guys. Of course, Xfinity happens and the Truck Series this week as well. So we will have a show this week. So stay tuned here at the Pit Stop Talk on social media. Stay updated on that as well. So that's happening this week as well. But yeah, no, we'll take Monday off. I'm going to make Dale take Monday off.
Well, if you're going to twist my arm.
It's President's Day.
We got to celebrate. If you're running to be full speed.
Celebrate all the presidents.
If you're going to run to be full speed, fine.
Dale's crushed by this. Yeah, I'm going to be at the Renaissance Festival. Going, huzzah! Which is, I can't stand that. But that's because of the radio station. They play that ad all the time. Like every break 700 times a day was, huzzah! Well, even when I'm there, I hear it. I'm like,
Are you going to get some meds on hand just in case your ankle blows up Sunday night?
The nice thing about that is I can do that mall thing where if I just get tired of walking, I just go find a bench to sit on.
Okay.
Nice. Just sit there. So it'll be fun. So that's what we're doing on Monday. So Tuesday, no Bruce. Friday will be Bruce Cooper. Lou on Thursday, even though no UFC this week, no NFL anymore, but we're going to start delving into college basketball or college baseball. We're going to start delving as that season's getting underway. We're going to talk NHL this week and everything. So delve into some other sports out there with Lou.
How are the Mammoths doing? Your team.
Yeah, they're best owner in sports.
Yeah.
Well, at least one of his teams is successful so far. I don't know what they did after the weekend. I don't watch them. They're not my team. I kind of don't root for them, even though they were ex-Coyotes. Those of you that know, I'm a Vegas fan. Families from Vegas root for the Vegas team. Always have since they've been here and everything. But your Mammoth, if the playoffs started as of Friday, we're in the playoffs. They've gotten better since they've had some injuries. They are I can tell you right now, after the weekend, they are in the first wild card spot right now. 1 point ahead of the Anaheim Ducks.
And 4 points ahead of third place.
Ahead of the Kings there on the outside looking in. They're going to make the playoffs. Gosh darn it.
Are you going to fly up for a game, Steve? Get one of those obstructive view seats?
Yeah,
for cheap?
exactly. Yeah. The problem is the obstructive view seats aren't cheap, Dale. You think you would pay half since you can only watch half the game. But no, they charge you full price. Why would I go to Salt Lake when I could just go to Vegas and see a better team?
Because they're not the best owner in sports.
Well, here's the problem. Actually, I think Vegas' owner is, if not the best owner in hockey, he's definitely up there in terms of them all. It just, unfortunately, he owns a hockey team and nobody pays attention. But even then, the Vegas Knights are only 4 points ahead of the Mammoth. Now, different divisions, Pacific and Central. But,
right.
But I mean, it's not like the Knights are not much bigger up there. Colorado Avalanche are still just dominating the league. As well, Minnesota Wild and Dallas Stars are also really good this year in terms of where they're going, which, you guys know my feeling on Minnesota. I just want them to get to the playoffs, go on a big run, and then just crush their fans' hearts like Sam Darnold did yesterday. In the East there, we talked about this, the Battle of Florida last week. Remember, you weren't here, but I showed the penalty outcome, just fights galore. And the ref went on for 45 minutes naming penalties. So much so they had to hand him a note card so he could get them all. And I said, take a note, Michael Bidwell, and put the names of people that are important to you on a note card so you can say them fluidly and act like you're best friends with them. Tampa Bay Lightning have been on an extreme run here lately. There are 78 points for them as well. So good for them. Good for them. Dale's going to start breaking down hockey, folks.
Say the day after the Super Bowl and the Olympics and Phoenix Open, and you're talking about Utah Mammoth.
You brought him up.
You're talking about the Mammoth.
You brought him up. Best owner in sports. The Jazz can't do anything for some reason. With everybody can watch a Jazz game. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the Jazz need to turn off half the stadium. Maybe they'll start playing better. No? Your Seattle Seahawks. NFC West Division, Dale. Super Bowl champions.
Pretty dominating fashion. Reminded me a lot of the way the Eagles played against the Chiefs.
Last year?
Just dominating.
Yeah. Defense wins Super Bowls.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Here's what bothers me the most. This is what I take out of this game. It went exactly the way I thought it would. I wasn't sure how the Patriots would score. You saw that in the first half.
Right.
I wasn't sure that Drake May was healthy. Then after, this is what drives me nuts. Yeah. Okay, a regular season game, I can understand people not reporting or knowing that somebody's shoulder's bothering them. But you have 2 weeks between these games. And the NFL kept it a secret that Drake May's shoulder was so bad that he had to take a giant shot in order to get it so he could warm up just to warm up yesterday. In warm weather, San Francisco. It's not like he's in the cold and it was just stiff. And the NFL kept that from you, the betting public, for 2 weeks. And the reporters kept it from you, the betting public, for 2 weeks. And they lost that game, and then it comes out, yeah, I had to get a shot. I couldn't even lift my arm up all week.
Conspiracy.
It should be illegal to do that. We should have known how bad his shoulder was going into it. But then I hate how after the game, that's like they use it as an excuse. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't lift my arm, so I had to take the shot, and I just couldn't throw it right. And that drives me nuts about what happened as well, from that perspective. But look, I'm mad at myself because all last week I was like, put Kenneth Walker the third. Put the third down as Super Bowl MVP.
Really?
All week I was saying that to myself. Just do it. I talked to Lou about it, and Lou's like, no. And then I went, nope, they always give it to a quarterback. Always give it to the quarterback when the offense plays well. And I said, yeah, but they're just going to run the ball, and he's going to have a good running day. But then at the same time, I was like, you know what? They always do give it to the quarterback. So I put my $10 on Sam Darnold to win the MVP. And about halfway through that fourth quarter, I went, dang it. I should have gone with my gut. So I'm mad at myself.
Well, we took an informal straw poll at my house.
You give it to the kicker?
And in between the kicker and the running back.
I think it's in the NFL bylaws that kickers can't win the NFL.
No, that would be a travesty. But
I would give a kicker an MVP if, like, his kicks were just unbelievable. But there was a lot of routine you should make these kicks in the Super Bowl. I mean, if he would have been kicking 57-yarders all game long and, you know, and stuff like that, you might be able to sway me in that argument as well. But generally that didn't happen. Patriots, the Patriots 393 opponents, you know, or a tough schedule. 39 percentage points showed yesterday. They're nowhere near the Seahawks level in terms of. That's not on them. They played the teams they were supposed to play. They beat the teams they were on their schedule. But when your toughest game is the number 12 ranked Buffalo Bills defense, I'm sorry, they got exposed yet.
To me, the thing that jumped out the most was the fact that, and I think McDaniel's a great offensive coordinator. That Seattle defense is dominant as it comes.
I have a bone to pick with McDaniel, though. But go ahead.
But watching him and his scheme didn't help the left side of that offensive line. Left side of the offensive line struggled all through the playoffs.
Well, Campbell, their
left guard,
their left tackle. Left tackle. Yeah, you said guard. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Left tackle gave up an NFL season high 14 pressures in that game.
Yeah.
Yesterday. But that's on the Seattle defensive scheme too.
It is, but the way I always go about things when I was coaching, when I was playing, whatever, you got to try something different. Well, he's sitting in Drake May's lap, play after play. Try chip.
They did. At one point, I saw them. The guy with the big helmet.
That's the left guard.
Oh no, then the guy next to him. He would come over and help him chip. He would go over and hit the guy. The problem was he'd hit him, and the Seattle guy would just go farther into the backfield and then sack May or hit May in the backfield because May would drop so deep. That's my problem. Where were the short passes in this game to get the ball out of Drake May's hand in her?
Ball had to come out a little bit quicker.
They were looking deep downfield a lot when they shouldn't have been.
And again, the thing is when you're an offensive lineman, Seattle plays a 4-man line, so you can slide the line. But you can also send your tight end in motion, and you can chip the defensive end. And then next time, the running back could come over and chip on his way out. Try something, because you continue to do the same thing and expect a different outcome. That's crazy.
That was my complaint. Like I said it halfway through the second quarter. There was actually a play where the defensive end came off the untouched. And got to Drake May. And they showed the behind the scene on the replay. I didn't go back and watch the all 22 or anything. I just saw the replay in the thing. Everybody, the receiver, the blitz came off the cornerback. That's what it was. The receiver points at the blitzer, looks to the inside, and you assume he says, hey, this guy's coming. Ball snapped. Drake May's looking downfield. Every receiver ran 5, 7, 10 yards down the field. Not one of them did a hot route.
Right.
Not one of them stopped their route and like short to be like, hey, I'm open. Not one of them cut inside to help Drake May out. They all had their back turned to him as Drake May's laying on the ground. And I'm just like, how do you not fix that? And that was like halfway through the second quarter. And they never fixed it. Yeah. And now they started throwing to the running back a little bit more later in the game and stuff to that effect. But it's just, to me, I don't know. Maybe there's just, you've been on NFL sideline with the craziness. But to me, it is inexcusable to not pick that up if you're a seasoned head coach. It's almost like they're like, nope, this is our game plan, and this is what we're doing. We're not deviating from it, even though you're getting your butt kicked. Most of the time, they could have thrown a 2-yard out to a receiver across the middle, to the running back a lot more, and they would have picked up 4 or 5 yards at a minimum instead of having Drake May get his butt kicked all game.
Well, the other thing that I noticed is there's one running play in particular. And we ran it back a couple times because watching with Scott and a couple of the buddies that were over. And they decided they're going to run a play up the middle.
Uh-huh.
The tight end's going to block the outside guy. The H-back's going to block the way outside guy. Tackle's going to block down. We're going to say, hey, Leonard Williams, we're not going to block you.
Yeah.
Crash down, unblocked, 3-yard loss. And it's like, that's a mental blow.
Yeah.
You're in game 24
But see,
of the season.
Is that a mental blow or is that the blocking scheme? And they're like, no other defense was coming down on, but that Seattle defense is so good. That's the stuff I don't know.
I'm guessing mental blow because
Okay.
you're going to have a helmet on Leonard Williams.
You would think. You want to know where he is at all times.
Yes. And,
No, that's what amazed me about it. And I was like, this has to be a scheme that they set up because they are ignoring blitzers coming and not even looking that way. And they're just like, oh, go ahead. Go ahead, speedster. Get back there before we can do anything. That to me was I was shocked more on that the Patriots with their offensive coordinator not able to make those adjustments. But was the most shocking thing to me from that perspective. The other thing is in terms of this game and breaking it down is, look, that Seattle offense didn't play stellar. They did enough to get done. They couldn't get down. They got to give props to the Patriots defense, keeping them in it there as long as they did. Even 12-0 at halftime. It's because of that defense. This could have been an absolute blowout leading up to that point.
No doubt about it.
But you saw the Seahawks offense just continually trying new things, developing things out there to the point where in that second half, Clint Kubiak was scheming guys open that he couldn't get them open in the first half. And then just all of a sudden, and then if guys were open, Darnold was getting hit, not able to complete those. Like there's two that should have been bona fide touchdowns if he could have completed, but he got hit as he was throwing it and stuff to that effect. But that was the starking difference to me. As one offensive coordinator was like, "This is our game plan. We're not changing anything," and on the other side, it was, "Hey, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this." And eventually, it broke open for him, and that was an amazing thing to watch between the two.
The thing that jumped out to me also, Sam Darnold got away with a couple. He was getting hit as he threw the ball. Yeah. Got away with a couple that could have been intercepted.
He was throwing that open. His first couple drives, that window he was trying to throw into was like, stop doing that, dude.
And a couple times he got hit and the ball came out squirrely. And the other thing I want to point out, because I didn't watch much New England football this year, watched them a little bit in the playoffs, but that Christian Gonzalez for New England, the cornerback, wow.
0?
Wow. Yeah, 0 for tremendous.
He, I've known of him and I've seen him play a bunch of times, but man, watching him that Super Bowl, I was like, that guy is just everywhere.
Yeah.
He's just draped all over. The best receivers. No, the Seahawks, second half, holy cow. Their best receiver.
JSN.
Thank you. Goes out with a concussion. Only one catch there. They shut him down.
Was it concussion or ankle?
No concussion. His head hit the ground on the back.
Oh, I thought it was an ankle. Okay.
So, Seattle's offense got kind of hampered by that. They're missing a lot of people as well going into this game. But, this is what's amazing to me. And there's two ways that I'm looking at this. And I put it out on Twitter. And, of course, the Minnesota Viking fans that don't like the truth being told about how stupid their team is gets mad at you. But, there's two ways to look at the quarterback situation. One, and I look at it from a Cardinals perspective going into next season, because you have the Rams who are going to get better. You got the 49ers who are going to get better just because of the amount of healthy guys you're going to get back. Right? And you're starting from scratch here. The Vikings made a decision to move on from Sam Darnold, who played well for them last year, struggled the last 2 games for them, and probably cost them, last year.
But they won 14 games.
They did. But his last 2, they could have won the division, and he played like garbage in the first round of the playoffs, played like garbage. And they chose a rookie that was out with a knee injury, J.J. McCarthy, and that just hasn't worked out. Looks like a monumental, boneheaded decision by the Vikings, even more so now with Sam Darnold winning it. But then think about this. If you don't know Sam Darnold's, plight through the NFL, Jets looked like he'd never played football before. Carolina looked like he'd never played football before. Had to become a backup in San Francisco and got to the Super Bowl there when they made that run a couple years ago. goes to the Vikings. It's just a throwback, like, hey, come be our backup. And then he's forced into playing and dominates last year. And then gets traded to Seattle. No hopes for Seattle. It's just, hey, go out there, do what you can. And he wins the Super Bowl here as well.
Yeah.
You can get a reclamation project off of the quote-unquote trash heap in the NFL. Cardinals have done it with
Carson Palmer.
no, before him even, Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
So they've done it before, but it's not easy to do. But the Vikings coaching staff is one of the best when it comes to quarterbacks. They are viewed as one of the best talent evaluators and quarterbacks on the planet, and they got it wrong. And they were like, J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy's their guy. J.J. McCarthy. He might not even be their guy after this year. They want a veteran to go up there. Oh, by the way, Kirk Cousins is available, Vikings. You can sign him again. That you ran him out of town also. But the guys that are credited, Dale, of being geniuses around quarterbacks made a horrible decision. And do we think the Cardinals are going to make a good decision here?
Well, herein lies the rub on that one. I'm not so sure it was the coaches who said.
I have read that it's the
JJ. I thought it was the general manager.
Well, he's the one taking the blame for it. I have read, yes, the general manager, but I have read that the head coach there was in J.J. McCarthy's camp all along. Okay. He would have started his rookie year if he didn't blow out his knee or whatever he did to it. Yeah, so I've read that as well recently. But I get it. But just looking at it from the Cardinals' perspective, can they go get a reclamation guy out there?
Yeah, because
there's some reclamation guys out there that could come here and finish their career. Can they do it and make it successful, a la Sam Darnold? Or if the best guys that evaluate talent and quarterbacks in Minnesota can't do it, does that give you hopes that the Cardinals can make the right decision?
The thing that always sticks with me, and 95% of fans have forgotten about it, when the Cardinals got Kurt Warner, he had been released from the Jets. He had a bad thumb.
The Giants.
Nobody really wanted him.
Got benched for Eli Manning.
And all that. And he
wasn't
came
even supposed to be the starter.
Leinart was supposed to be the starter.
Matt Leinart sucked. Didn't he break his collarbone?
Oh, I don't know.
Was that the year he broke his collarbone in preseason because he didn't pick up a blitz and got hammered? Yeah, no. That's what I mean. Sometimes you just get lucky, right, 49ers?
That's the plan all along, Steve.
But it's just you sit there and you go, my God, Sam Darnold is the reason why you watch sports. Now, he's not getting the credit for it. But, I mean, this is a guy that was fundamentally embarrassed by being mic'd up on a Monday Night Football game, right. The saying goes. This is a guy that's been with every team. He's 28 years old. He was run out of 3 teams before he hit 23. He came into the league so young. People gave up on him left and right.
Now he's won more games in 2 years than any other quarterback.
And then
history.
I like Adam Schefter was so bold this week, and he came out and said the Cardinals are moving on from Kyler Murray. Hey, thanks, Adam. Way to be on top of that story. I can break news too. It's just watch Kyler Murray go to another team and have success. That's all I'm saying.
Be ready for that. Mentally prepare.
Robert says, I know Sweat played well this season, but I don't think the Cardinals got the wrong eagle in free agency. Don't forget how much the Patriots paid for that guy, though, too. On that defensive side. Don't forget about that. They paid a lot. But I don't disagree. But Cardinals weren't paying that much.
Well, I mean, Sweat had, 12 sacks this year?
11 or 12.
Yeah, I mean,
13,
that's above average. That's a good season.
He had a good year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could see that on the Eagles, too, though. Holy cow, I'm completely forgetting his name right now. But you can see his motor's different than Sweat's motor on that line and stuff like that. Patriots have a really good defense. If they can figure out this offensive side of things, Patriots are going to be good. They're going to come back.
Remember, this is Drake May's second year. I mean, he's going to get better. He's still got pimples, Steve.
I think the thing that I don't disagree with you. Well, there's things you can do to help him out too. Better running game, better offensive line, stuff to that effect. I'm not putting this by no way on Drake May. But I can tell you this, he struggled to read those defenses, the Eagles. They're the Not the Eagles.
Seahawks
were sending his way.
Yeah, but again, and that's what blew my mind last year when people were talking about, hey, the Eagles found a way to stop the Chiefs. They came up with a game plan. Rush 4, drop 7. And by the way, your 4 are better than anybody else's in the league.
Not just that, your linebacker that you picked up off the scrap heap, for the league minimum, wins Defensive Player of the Year, and stuff to that effect. I understand that, and that's what I was just going to say. The Seahawks have confused many quarterbacks this year, veteran or non-veteran as well. So, I don't, it's just, to me, it's just the Patriots were exposed because they hadn't played a team to that level all year long. As simple as that. And so your first time, that's like playing middle school teams, and all of a sudden you get a varsity high school team. It's going to be different. And you just so happens it's in the biggest game of the year.
And yet you're sitting there at 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, 9-0. All you needed is one thing to happen good for you. And hey, Seattle shut them down. Again, I'm looking at Philadelphia last year defensively. They looked like they were going to be a 5-year terror. Monsters of the Midway. The bullies in Baltimore.
You lose everybody.
Yeah.
I want to see the Seahawks, to me, in the NFC East are the biggest question mark. One, they could be up for sell now, which will bring some distractions. Or NFC West, excuse me. And then on top of it, though, I think Clint Kubiak is going to be a big loss for them. How does that offense come out next year and go? Their coach calls their defense. Their defense is going to be fine. Their head coach calls the defense. They're not going to go anywhere. And you can win with defense. Especially a shutdown defense out there. Has Drake May only been in the league 2 years?
No more than 3.
I thought maybe 3.
No more than 3, but I thought it was second year.
No, you're right. 2024, you're right. Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was. I was thinking it was 3.
Are you doubting me?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you doubting me?
I'm not just a little bit, completely. Well, we'll keep it going here with some NFL stuff out there as well. I just went the exact way I thought it would. Boring game on top of it, commercials. I watched both halftime shows, Dale. Both lackluster in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah. I just didn't get into either one of them.
See, we had everything on tape, and so we listened to one Bad Bunny song, straight to the third quarter.
I mean, Bad Bunny's not yours and mine music.
No.
So, but I did see a lot of people going, you just don't like him. If you didn't like that halftime show, you're a racist. I'm like, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't understand the Dominican, the Puerto Rican culture.
Or language.
Because I got news for you. I grew up in Phoenix. I grew up in LA and Phoenix. Not a big Puerto Rican places. But yeah, so I watched both of them, both kind of lack. Come on back, folks. Man to man. Dale's so mad about Bad Bunny that he took off. Like, I'm out of here. Yeah. I thought it was visually stimulating. Look, I like the going around to the different eras. I was fascinated by the humans that were trees and everything like that. But I'm just not a halftime guy. It's not why I'm watching. Same thing with commercials. I know I saw like Ann listens all the time. Our good buddy, and she liked a lot of the commercials. Just the commercials did nothing for me either. I'm just like, eh. But I'm also that guy that I'm there to watch football. I want to see the football. I want to break it down. And even that was a little boring. So maybe it was just me. Maybe I was just in this is a boring day attitude yesterday. I don't know. I don't know if that's it or what. But even the commercial is kind of disappointing. Part of my problem is remember when you watched the Super Bowl for the commercials? And now they show all the commercials leading up to the game. Like, what's the point of me watching the Super Bowl commercials when I see them a week beforehand? It's stupid. I don't get it either. I don't get it at all. Yesterday during the day, I went out and me and Autumn went out and we saw a movie called Send Help. Rachel McAdams movie as well. Fantastic. Thriller. Sam Raimi did it. I didn't realize Sam Raimi actually directed this movie. I love me some Sam Raimi from his, not his Spider-Man stuff, but his zombie stuff that he did back in the day and everything. But it's a thriller. They get stuck on an island.
Scary?
Loved it. No, it's just a thriller.
Okay.
There's some parts that are kind of like, that'll make you jump a little bit. Psychotic. Let's just put it that way. A little psychotic.
Does it remind you of you?
Yeah, I was like, I could totally be that character. Yeah, well, if you get stuck on an island with somebody, you got to have a certain level of trust with them, right?
Well, if you're getting stuck on an island, hopefully you know the person pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. But you got to be able to trust them. And I don't know if I trust anybody in that situation.
What about if it was Autumn? You wouldn't trust her?
No, because you're gonna. Everybody goes crazy in those situations.
You guys wouldn't just cuddle?
Yeah, right before she smothers me to death.
Sing Kumbaya.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, let me tell you how much I'm so happy we're here," and she stabs me in the heart to survive.
Hits over the head with a big log.
Yeah, to survive. Leaves me there and escapes, and I'm still stuck there.
It's good eating, Steve, for a little while.
It was a really good movie. It was way better than that Mercy movie with Chris Pratt sitting in a chair the whole movie. Go see Get Help if you like thrillers kind of a deal. Not scary. Oh, got a little gory at times.
Oh, see, you're telling me more now.
But it was a bore. They had to kill things to eat.
Talking about Mercy, or you're talking about Send Help?
No, the Send Help. On an island, they have to survive. Had to kill this boar. Got a little gruesome.
Oh well, It's not. Come on, you can kill boars.
Yeah, you can.
Just don't kill Steve's.
It gets bloody. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I trust anybody in that situation. I literally would sleep with one eye open, holding my pillow tight. But it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my pre-football excitement.
After you turned down the Phoenix Open.
Yeah. Did you the WM Open, which ended up being a good. By the way, second hour main event. I'm Stephen McCollum, your humble host, and 17-year NFL veterans over here to my right. Did you? Well, the Open. Look, it went to a playoff.
Yes.
Good for them.
It was it was a great day out there. We were at 16 on yesterday.
Let me tell you guys how important I am.
Yeah. Food wasn't really good this year.
That's what I heard. I heard they cut back a little bit.
It was definitely not on par with years past.
Yeah.
But
they've made a lot of changes. It's you're going to see the WM Phoenix Open scale back a little bit.
Well, whatever happened, gorgeous day, fun golf. 16's always fun. Yeah. And what we always do, we leave. We left yesterday at 3:15. Got to ride out to the car. Got home. got to see the playoff.
Let's say you watched the playoff on
actually
television?
got to see Matsuyama on 18.
Ooh, so you weren't there with that jackass yelling in his back
No, I saw it on TV.
Yeah.
Well, that, and then when he's getting ready for his putt, the blimp's shadow flies over him.
Yeah. It's almost like, okay, I get it. It's a rowdy tournament. They're paring it down. They don't want you to be that way anymore. I get all that.
Right.
But there's making noise, and then there's just being a complete idiot.
Yep.
And to yell when somebody has spent the 5 minutes or whatever lining up this putt, quite frankly, he needs this putt. And he struggled all day on top of it. Matsuyama had a great weekend, but struggled yesterday. He was right there to do it. And to yell right as he's about to pull that club back, that actually makes me angry.
No, so you're talking about the tee shot on 18.
No, I'm talking about the putt there.
Well, the putt was just the blimp shadow flying over. But the
18th tee box. Okay.
Yeah, it's 18th tee box. And that's where he was on his downswing and somebody yelled something. Which,
that's what it was.
Come on. This guy's playing for a couple $1 million. Yeah.
And it's one guy. Yeah. And that fan got booed and all that. But it's just, I get angry when that's, it's one thing to talk. Like 16th, you go in there, there's this murmur that's in there all the time.
Yeah, people are just talking. Half of them aren't watching golf.
And they can handle a murmur. It's that sudden burst there when you're going into it and everything. And it's just like, what? So I watched it on TV and I was just like, dude, I actually get angry when that stuff happens.
But he brings on his drives, he brings his club back and he pauses, and then he explodes. And he started his explosion. The guy yelled and he stopped.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't blow your shoulders.
And I was like, all right, I'd blown 2 vertebrae. I probably would have hurt my ACL.
You've seen guys blow their shoulders out doing that, trying to stop
just
that.
Absolutely crazy. And then, of course, he pulls his drive into the church pew bunkers.
Yep.
And then he played like Dale or Steve plays golf. He hits the berm and ends up making a bogey to send it into.
It's just. There's no way to stop that other than somebody does that. You grab them immediately and you remove them. But there was no punishment other than leaving the course at that point. Like that guy got shamed by the fans and stuff, but that's not good enough in my eyes.
No.
Like it just ruined the experience on a golfer for everybody there watching it on top of it. Then they go to the playoff and then, Goddard ends up winning in the playoff.
So you go back to 18, Matsuyama hits. How about this? You kind of know it's not your day when he pulls the ball left again. Mm-hmm. It hits a stake that's holding up a little fence, ricochets back into the water.
Yeah.
If that stake's not there,
perfectly fine.
He has a shot to get to the green in 2. But now, the whole thing, as we were sitting there watching that, we were riveted to it. At least he won it with a birdie. He made the putt, made the birdie. At least he didn't just.
Because Matsuyama wasn't doing that.
No. It'd be hard to make a birdie. It would have been
very hard to do. Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I mean. If he would have gone like double bogey to win it, and then you're like, that's ridiculous because he had a chance to. So you're right. He did close the door. But I mean, the big one this weekend is just Scotty Scheffler, man. I'm watching that on Friday, and him and Xander, like literally the announcers are like, they're like on hole 14, and the announcers are like, they got to make moves.
Right.
They like, right now the cut was at -1 at that moment. What did it end up being? -2?
I think it stayed at -1.
Oh, was it -1? Okay, so then it was even is what they're saying. But they were like, you got to get to -1, and even then you might not be safe. Oh. They've got to make a move now. They both made the move to make the cut. Jordan Spieth wasn't able to do it, and some other guys. Jordan Spieth chipped right into the water on 17.
Yeah.
Dashed his hopes to make the cut there. But, but they had to move it. And Scotty Scheffler, to just be one shot out when he finishes his round from getting into that playoff is just, yes, he didn't win it. But, dear God, the way he started this tournament and the way he's able to finish third in it at the very end, now tied, of course, but unbelievable outing there by Scheffler.
So we got out there yesterday about 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock to the 16th. And there hadn't been any groups come through yet.
Where were you sitting at?
16th.
Okay, I just want to make
sure. Green high, Steve. If you're looking from the tee box on the left, first row, the best.
How was it running to that 16th general admission in the morning to get there?
I wasn't even dumb enough to do that when I was 25. But we're sitting there looking, we were waiting for golfers. Got a little
you got to get your Bloody Murray going.
And we were talking, and I said, you know what? Just for blank and blank, I'm gonna throw $10 on Scotty Scheffler finish top 5.
Ooh.
And $10 to win.
Yeah.
And the $10 to win would have gotten me $300.
Don't quote me on this, but I think he was plus 2,500 going into Sunday.
It was whatever
or plus
it was.
1,500.
Yeah.
Plus 1,500.
No, it was way more.
Was it? Okay, because I couldn't remember because I looked at it Saturday when he made the cut.
I think it was 2,200.
You might be right because when I looked at it on Saturday, it was sky high.
Yeah.
Because he made the cut, and I was like, "Ooh, maybe I should throw something on here just in case." Yeah.
And
the top 5 had to be a plus number 2 because he was not close.
Yes, I think I bet 10 and 130.
Yeah.
So, but when he came through 16, he was one stroke off the lead.
Yeah.
And he hit one to about 15 feet on 16, and we're like, oh, my God, if he birdies this and he gets to play 17, and now some of these other guys are looking at him with a lead going into 18.
Yeah, they're gonna press a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially, and I don't mean this as a knock to Goddard, but he's not in that position. Matsuyama, I wouldn't worry as much about.
Right.
Because he's just an experienced guy. He's been through it all. I'm most impressed with Matsuyama. He did not have a good Sunday round. No. It was terrible for his standards. But he was right there till the end, man. Just managed to fight
battled,
through it.
Yep.
And to get there. And those are the things you like. Because it's one thing to go out and win a tournament by 40 strokes. That's easy.
Right.
To fight through it and stay in it and have a chance to win at the end. Pretty spectacular to watch him do that as well. So another, other than the crowd yelling there at the end, another successful waste management.
Yeah, I know a couple of security guys. They said really for as many people as out there because it kind of goes by the weather. It doesn't matter what golfers are there.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
If it's the weather like it was this week, which was stunningly perfect. You could say it was warm. But tell that to the people back east.
I know, right? Well, it's tough to complain about it, but 87 is a little too hot this time of year. Just saying.
But it's kind of hard to complain about it, but Steve, you'll find a way.
Oh, I will. But Goddard up 63 in his first round, led the tournament after round 1. 71, which is par on round 2, 70 on round 3, and then a 64 yesterday.
Yeah.
To come back and win it as well.
Birdie's 18 in regulation.
Yes.
And then Birdie's 18 in the playoff.
$1.7 million.
Go ahead, Chris Goddard up.
Now, do you think when he went to the Super Bowl party, everybody was like, "This it? This is all you got here?" We just literally watched you.
You probably crashed somebody else's Super Bowl
We just
party.
watched you win $1.7 million, and you got Little Caesars pizza.
Hey, you need some chips and dip? We'll stop by.
You think everybody looked at him a little weird? Like, really? You bought a 6-pack of Coke?
No, everybody be looking at him going, I can't believe he's at our party.
It's so great. You think they were mad? They're like, oh, Goddard's late again. Well, it's because he's in a playoff. Couldn't even win it in regulation. Didn't even want to be here. His own party. What a joke this is.
Yeah, by the time they get done with all their interviews and everything, I bet they miss at least the first
way
half.
Later. Yeah. The interesting thing is I watched I went back later on. I didn't watch it because obviously Super Bowl was kicking off. But I did not go back and watch. I usually watch the players' interviews. But I went back later and watched it. Nobody asked Matsuyama about the crowd and the yelling and stuff like that on that 18th hole and things to that effect. And I don't know. That's a question I wanted to see him talk about. And I think he would have handled it well because he handles it really well. But I also think maybe he wasn't asked about it just because he's from Japan. That's not a negative thing. It's just cultures are different over there.
Well, there's a language barrier.
Yeah. So I don't know if you don't ask that question because
he has an interpreter.
Yeah.
And probably the interpreter is told to answer the question very diplomatically.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless of what I say. Yeah. You say the right thing.
Yeah, the culture in Japan is if somebody would do that over there, they'd probably be executed.
They would be flagged on the spot, man. It would be
although
flocked.
I did see on Thursday or Friday some influencer.
Yeah, Jack Doherty. Yeah.
I've never heard of him, but
okay,
paid somebody to yell.
Oh yeah, but this guy's a complete jackass.
Okay.
He's one of those kids that walks around with a bodyguard and he tries to start fights with people. He talks.
Oh really?
Smack, and he records it.
Okay.
And so like people will like he'll like big guys, try to talk smack to him. So where they'll stop or whatever, and then his big bodyguard gets in the way and protects him. The guy's a little shit.
Really?
Yeah, the guy's a real shithead. Just an absolute garbage human being, and everything.
And he probably got 1 million followers.
Oh, people follow him like crazy, and he's just a piece of garbage out there. I mean, he crashed a Lambo one time and almost killed his buddy because he didn't know how to drive it. At high speeds and crashed and literally almost killed someone.
Really?
And he's just like, he's laughing about it. Just an utter piece of garbage. He was paying people to yell jackass and backswings.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And he got kicked out. Rightfully so. Kick him out. What I didn't like, though, this is what I hate about this. You're making me defend the stupid punk-ass kid out there. The tour guy that took his ID and just wanted to lecture him, shut the F up, give him his ID back, and let him walk off. You've kicked him out. You don't need to be this badass PGA. I'm kicking you off of all tours as well. And it's just like, just give him his ID back, and have him kick sand out of there. Actually made me a little bit angry on that side. But no, it's stupid. Yeah, that guy's a.
Yeah, I've never watched him.
Yeah, you don't want to. I'm just telling you, don't want to. It'll make you angry.
Okay.
It'll make you angry. Yeah. So there we go. Waste Management Open, another successful. We'll have to see how much money goes to charity off of this. But I mean, you're gonna start seeing the Waste Management Open pare back from. It's still gonna be a party scene. But you're going to lose a lot of that element where it's just a party scene. And over the next several years, they're going to bring it back to reality. They got a little out of hand there for a while. So we'll see. Did you get that ice or what?
I did.
Yeah, that was like a chore. Which I'll be okay with. I wasn't sad not going yesterday.
Really?
But normally I'm like, I got to get out there. It was a couple days. I got to get out there a couple days. And part of me was just like, I don't want to deal with the people. I don't want to deal with it.
There are a lot of people out there yesterday, more so than usual.
That's what I heard. I heard Sunday was busiest it's been in several years. I think minus the Super Bowl years. Sundays are always big because everybody's in town for that. They go out there first and everything. And it's not my old age, people. It's not because I'm old why I didn't want to go and be around people. I actually enjoy the Open because of the amount of people there. I love people watching.
But let me tell you this, Steve, before the show, he always makes fun of me. Oh, you said 16. Steve was trying to decide between sitting in the greenskeeper tent or the 18 tent.
Greenskeeper's not a tent. It's just this wide open space.
Well, there's a
with
few
free
greenskeepers.
drinks, and you have to stand there the whole time.
Right there on the beach. You can wear your swimsuit, Steve, get some sun.
It is right on the lake on 18.
Get some sun. Mm-hmm. But he would have to make that decision, and just the deciding was just too hard on his ankle.
It was. Why do you out me like that?
Because you always make me look like I'm so uppity.
But because you're over here saying 16. I shouted 16 like 30 times.
Oh, I said it twice.
I didn't come on air and say where my choices were to sit.
No, but I know who you are, and so do your followers. The humble one.
Well, the difference is I don't beg for free tickets. People just give them to me. We're just gonna let that hang there.
Yeah,
gonna let that hang there.
I like. No. I don't need your tickets. I'm good.
I in particular. It is funny because I was talking to somebody the other day. Because there's somebody that I don't take free tickets from very often when they offer them. That's because I had a bad experience at their place and everything. And people are like, just take them anyway. And I'm like, I'm just not that type of guy, man. It's just like I won't shop there. I won't go there anymore. I'm not going to go there anymore. Because of my experiences, so I'm not going to take their stuff. Now, if they came to me and sat down and said, hey, man, we apologize for the bad experience. We'd like to give you these tickets, and maybe we can fix this up, then I'd be like, all right, at least we had the conversation.
Kiss the ring and give me stuff.
No. I'm not saying that at all. Don't take it that way. It's just when I asked for somebody there to just tell them my experience, I was told he's not available to people like me. They didn't phrase it that way, but they made it clear. I'm the highest guy you're going to talk to here. I said, okay. Then you guys don't care. Then you want to keep me from the guy that I should talk to. That's fine. And I'll just call him myself because I have his number. And it's just disappointing to deal with it. And I didn't call him.
Am I sitting in the 18th tent? Am I going to sit in the greenskeeper tent?
I'm saying. That's all I did. Hey,
real quick, the other thing that came my way this year for the first time ever,
you notice how you try to deflect onto me there, folks?
the a valet pass.
Yeah.
A valet parking pass.
Okay. No.
Okay.
I've had valet in the past.
Well,
and
Steve's had that.
And it was hard to get in. It was very hard to get out. Not hard. It's just it took a long time because the 7 valet people take forever to get your car.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I had it for both Thursday and Sunday, and it was as smooth an operation as possible.
So they've improved it then.
Yes.
It's right outside the gate.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm happy they improved it. Yeah. Because I've had it in the past, and it's. I'm not complaining. It still gets you in and out faster than the public parking lots and some of the other parking lots.
With the unwashed.
It wasn't as smooth as it once was in the past. So glad they improved it. That's good to hear. So now I can start telling people I only go if I can get valet tickets for future.
But Steve's a man of the people.
I am a man of the people.
He wants you to believe.
I would have walked around. I would have been like Devin Booker and walked around.
Yeah.
Among the crowd.
And Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, they were inside the ropes.
Yeah.
Because somebody was like, Devin Booker's just walking around out here, and I'm like, and I go, Devin Booker's not just walking around there.
No,
and they go, yeah, he's following Scheffler, and I go, he's inside the ropes, right?
Yeah.
They go, yeah, he's literally following him, and I'm like, okay. Because you made it sound like he's just out there with the people, just
going. 500 people go here.
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way he's just walking around out. Devin Booker is not. Bijan Robinson can probably walk around out there and probably hardly anybody notice him.
Right.
Like, who knows what Bijan Robinson looks like these days?
Right.
Very few people, at least in Arizona, because he plays for the Falcons and stuff like that. But Booker, I'm telling you. I was at the 16th hole a few years ago. Me and Autumn were inside, down at the bottom where they tee off. And Devin Booker and Chris Paul were down there. And trust me, everybody knew Devin Booker and Chris Paul were standing there. It was once they got done yelling for me, they started yelling for Booker and Chris Paul.
So Steve, were you in GA or were you in the actual 16?
I was in that year. No, we were right there. If you have media passes, you can pretty much go where all the people want. Yeah, no, we were down where they tee off.
Yeah, so that's at least 4 times you told us where you've been.
That's where I was.
Yeah,
down there, with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. We have pictures of it. Autumn's got a picture with them.
It was a fun tournament. Great weather. And,
I was on the ground at 16th. I wasn't in the Green High Suite.
Yeah, but you can't get food and drinks down there.
So I heard. So I was actually, because I was going to get 16 seats for this year, and in the past, because they're individual. I know they've changed it, but when I used to go from the corporate world, they had like individual benches there. It's like companies would have individual suites, and like I'm not comfortable getting a ticket and then going into somebody else's suite. Like that's weird to me. But people do it. But that's weird to me. But they used to have tables up on the top, but I heard they took the tables on the top away. Like where the bars are and everything. So I heard there's no seating up there anymore. So I'm like, well, that's where I would have to sit if I'm not attached to a specific company or I don't like the company I got the thing for, if you know what I mean. And so like I was like, there's no place to sit up there. So that's why I was a little hesitant to get those ones. Is it not like that now? You were there.
You're so uppity.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're on the we're on the Loge level, and there were couches and chairs and things like that. Because on the side we're on, you can also see the 15 screen.
Yeah, you're on this side.
Yeah, and there's couches and chairs and whatever.
Yeah, because I'd have to sit up there. Because like I said,
You give me your tickets, but I don't want to sit with you.
Yeah.
He's one of a kind, guys.
No.
He's one of a kind,
If you
guys.
offer me tickets and I take them and go with you, I'm going to sit with you.
Are you sure?
Would.
Are you sure?
But if you're a company that I do business with, but I don't like you, and I'd like to move on from the business with you, I'll take your tickets because it makes the person look good that you take the tickets because you go. But it doesn't mean I like you anymore. That make sense?
Steve, whatever you're saying right now, it's just blah, 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 blah.
When we come back, folks, let's keep it rolling. College football news. Big college football news.
What did I miss?
Huge college football news. We got. Okay. If you're ASU, are you not firing Bobby Hurley today? I am so fed up with this. We're going to talk about that as well. Suns as well. Look, the All-Star break can't get here fast enough, folks. They need it badly.
They got, what, 2 more games?
Yes. Tomorrow and Wednesday? Well, Wednesday's against South Side. Nail that one. And everything. And then, of course, we'll keep it rolling. Keep you updated on what happened over the weekend. Scrum back. Main event. And we're back here, main event. Ignore them things this man says. He's trying to deflect, folks. Trying to deflect. Hey, over the weekend, GCU went up to Las Vegas, UNLV, and lost this weekend. That was a fascinating game because of the amount of Havocs that showed up at that game from here in Arizona. Obviously, Phoenix to Vegas is an easy trip. What college kids doesn't want to go to Vegas? But they bought so many tickets. UNLV had a sellout, which they normally don't do. And the head coach of UNLV actually had to come out and say, because they asked him about it, and he literally, and I'm paraphrasing now, but he said, I appreciate them coming up. One, they spent a lot of money, which means it goes into the UNLV coffers. A game was a sellout, which we don't get very often, so we appreciate that. And most importantly, they get to go home with a loss, which cracked me up how the UNLV coach was saying all that stuff there. But GCU does go up to UNLV and to lose on Saturday as well. Arizona men's, well, they routed Oklahoma State, which I found fascinating. 84-47. The reason why I find it fascinating, and I watched that game on Saturday at 2 p.m., but the reason why I watched it is because Oklahoma State just beat BYU.
Yep.
They ran some other teams to the end of the wire, and then it looked like they couldn't even play against Arizona. So give Arizona credit for that.
Right.
That's showing as well. Tonight, I'm so looking forward to this tonight.
Allen Fieldhouse.
Just like I was. I'm looking forward to this more than I was a BYU-Arizona game. Kansas, when the AP poll comes out in a little bit because of losses that happened over the weekend, Kansas is going to be, they're 11th ranked now. They're going to move up into the 10th spot. I'll be shocked if they're not in the top 10. They've never lost as a top 10 team to another ranked team at Allen Fieldhouse. They beat teams there.
You know one other interesting facet about that?
What?
Or stat?
What?
Since you're a stat guy?
Yes.
They're 38-0 on Big Monday.
Is that seriously? Meaning the day after the Super Bowl?
No, just
just
Big Monday games.
Okay. Oh, because this is a big Monday game. Okay, I didn't know if you meant that.
38-0.
Yeah. They win these big games at home. And Arizona's going into there. This is a stretch for Arizona that is brutal. I do not expect them to get through it undefeated. I expect one loss in this thing. If they get two, though, it's going to wobble a little bit here on them. Kind of doubt them a little bit, right, going into the tournament, maybe. But this is a big game tonight. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. Yeah. Arizona is 2.5-point favorites as of yesterday when I looked going into this game as well.
Tune in just to see the atmosphere, Allen Fieldhouse, the history, all the greatness that's come through there, and traditions and all those things.
Woo-wee. Monday night here as well, so I'm looking forward to that happening tonight. That's what I'll be watching later on, since there's no Suns or anything to that effect. 7 p.m. tip-off there as well. Because after this, then this Saturday, they go and play Texas Tech down there in Tucson. Texas Tech is ranked 13th right now. They're going to probably move up a spot or two as well. Then they got BYU next Wednesday at home as well, so kind of got that revenge game. And then they go to Houston on Saturday, the February 21st. There as well. Houston right now is ranked 8th out there.
They very easily could lose 2 games and be just fine.
I think they'll be fine. It's just more of there's a time to lose to, and there's a time not to. End of the season, you get a little bit. I think no matter what, unless they go 3 losses on the season, I think Arizona's going to be a number 1 seed no matter what because of their strength of schedule.
Yeah.
But 1 will definitely get through it. Are you saying they're going to lose 2, Dale?
No, I'm just saying I could see them. I mean, it's not like they're playing Colorado and Timbuktu.
Yes, yeah. Why'd you throw Colorado out there? We're about to talk about that. But the game that I think they will lose or could lose is tonight's game. Because everybody else they play at home. Texas Tech, they play at home. They do not lose in Tucson very often. Texas Tech is at home. BYU's at home now. Now they go to Houston, but I think Houston's kind of on their heels right now. They do have Kansas going to Tucson again on February 28th coming up. Then Iowa State in Tucson. So I think that helps them out a little bit as well in this schedule. If they had multiple of these on the roads, I'd be a little bit more worried on that. But that's tonight. I'm so looking forward to this game tonight. ASU women's went to 15th ranked Baylor on the women's side. Lost there 67-64. And I'll say this about Molly Miller's team. I watched some of this game, not all of it. Molly Miller's team earlier in the season was getting blown out by ranked teams. They're getting more stout against the ranked teams as the season's gone on, and they were in this game. They had a chance to win this game against Baylor. So Molly Miller can do some damage here, especially as obviously recruiting is going to keep improving as well. And then, Dale, you go from just an absolutely amazing human and amazing coach. You can see the enthusiasm. You can see she wants to be here. You can see that she wants to do everything possible for this program and her team out there. From helping her girls out to off the court to helping them on the court, and then you got Bobby Hurley. He went to Colorado and lost over the weekend, 78-7.
Well, don't you think playing at Colorado is about the same as playing at Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas?
Maybe playing in Allen Fieldhouse bathroom might be the same.
Your guy.
Colorado. Now, again, Colorado's a team that ASU can beat, but they can also lose to them if they don't show up. They're not the best in this league. They're the middle tier team. And Bobby Hurley and his team did what they've done multiple times now, where they just don't show up. They struggle on the length side of things, which you can't teach length, of course. But rebounding's technique and heart.
Mm-hmm.
That ball's mine. I'm going to go get it. And they've lost that as the.
Well, that's why you don't have to be 7 foot tall to rebound. Yeah. You can be 6'5".
Yeah.
Charles Barkley proved that.
You can beat the big guys.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Hey, by the way, before I know you got the clip and all that, I completely forgot. ASU started off 9-2.
Yes.
They started off 9-2 this season, but the men's team.
Yeah, and they're 12-12 now.
3-8. 3-8 in the Big 12, and then the one thing.
There's no shame in losing to Arizona. There's no shame in losing to Houston on the road. No shame to losing to BYU on the road.
But the thing that I saw,
but these other teams are just.
Opponents are shooting 46.2% against ASU.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15th in the Big 12.
Yeah.
To me, that just sounds funny coming out. The Big 12.
Yeah, 15.
They're 15. It's like
how many teams are in the Big 12, Dale?
I guess 16.
16, yes. So you're one from the end, yes. Yes. But, I mean, here's the, issue. It's just and it doesn't help when your coach comes out and just looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to play just this blip here. I watched the whole press conference. I didn't retweet it. I didn't talk about it because I'm to the point now where I'm tired of it. I'm not. Admittedly, I thought Bobby Hurley should have been let go 3-4 years ago. Get somebody. But what's everybody say, including Coop, who will join us on Friday this week, not tomorrow? What do they say? Well, who are you going to get that's better? And I'm just telling you, folks, get rid of him and hire a local high school coach that's had success at the high school level for a couple years. And just get somebody that's going to come in with enthusiasm, a positive attitude, because it's when you look at Kenny Dillingham, that's what he brings to the ASU program. Which I don't know if you guys know, but the ASU football program was in just an absolute chaotic disarray when he got here.
It was in worse shape than basketball program.
And he came in with this positive attitude. This is how we're going to do things. Boom, let's do it. Molly Miller steps over, and ASU's basketball program has been a mess the last several years. And she steps over with this positive attitude. This is how we do things. We're going to do it the right way. Have you heard Molly Miller blame the facilities at all?
I have not heard one thing about that.
And they're terrible, folks. Have you heard her complain once about it?
Aren't they the same for men's and women's?
Yeah.
I mean, the women don't play in a spectacular gym somewhere.
Have you heard Molly Miller complain about her crowd? Which less people go to the women's game than they go to the men's game, folks. Right. No matter how bad the men's is, people go, but not to the levels you think. Have you heard her complain about that at all?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you heard her complain at all about her players and lack of anything that they're doing? Not listening to her or anything? No, you haven't? Bobby Hurley, after the game, folks, brace yourself. It's Monday. It's too early for this. Here's Bobby.
Talk about rebounds, 40-26 tonight, bottom of the Big 12 in boards this season.
Thanks for pointing that out.
What have you been seeing out of the boards and how do you look
Are you kidding me? I just talked about not being able to rebound the ball. Didn't I just say that?
Yes.
Okay. So now what are you asking me now?
How do you plan to improve on goals?
Well, I mean, we got 7 games left. So if we can't rebound by now, then chances are we're not going to be able to rebound.
Every game that this guy is your basketball coach, Mr. Versini, you're tarnishing your program. You're tarnishing your school. Disrespectful. Just absolute disrespectful. Don't take it out on the media kid that's asking questions because your team doesn't want to do basic stuff that you can't teach him, Bobby Hurley. Every day this guy is employed with your school, you're setting your school back. You have Kenny Dillingham and Molly Miller, and you have the baseball coach. I just forgot his name for a second here. It'll come to me in a minute. You have 3 people that want to be in your program, and you got one that so obviously doesn't. And he's against everything that you have set up and stood for, Graham Rossini.
And by the way,
knock it off.
The reporter's name was Dominic Pasella from Cronkite Sports. So he's a student reporter.
He's not going after me, who's been in the market for a while. He's not going after Bickley. He's not going after the Channel 12, Cam Cox. He's not going after McClune, at Channel 5. He's not going after, the Channel 10 people. That I just forgot his name as well. Oh my God. He's not going after a seasoned guy. He's going after a college kid.
Mm-hmm.
He is doing, you have so much positivity. We were able to come over the Dr. Crow negativity of the football program. We were able to survive the Anderson, the guy before you, Graham Rossini. Every time Bobby Hurley, and there's 7 games remaining, continues to be your. I get it. He's going to be gone at the end of the year. You're eating that money regardless. You can promote somebody on that team with a positive attitude. We know one right now. We saw it earlier when he got kicked out.
Coach Irv.
Make the change now. You're ruining your program and the name that you have there by keeping him employed there. It's disgusting. That's my thoughts, Dan.
I got to tell you, he's not shining a positive light on your program.
And in the past, I put up with it. I didn't like it, but I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. But things have changed. As I said, when you're looking just on the women's side of things with Molly Miller, it's making it look worse. It's making it look worse.
Well, and things like we stink, like
if we're not rebounding now with 7 games left, we're not going to. Then why are we playing these games?
And why practice?
Why? Why not just finish the season now? Tell the Big 12 that you're unavailable for the rest of the season because you can't rebound. Here's an idea, Dale. If you haven't been able to rebound all year, you get in the gym. You practice rebounding. You have 7 games left. You have a chance to improve in 7 games. Sure, you're not going to postseason tournament. Do the right thing for the kids.
They can still win the Big 12 tournament.
Go out there.
Couldn't they?
Well, in theory. I guess they're not mathematically eliminated yet. But go out there, man. Teach these kids. I don't know. Here's an idea. I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't know where I'm getting it from. Coach Hurley. Maybe coach these kids. Instead of taking out a Cronkite kid asking questions, probably nervous to talk to you, and you're an asshat to the guy because your team can't rebound. And 7 games to go, it's not going to get any better.
Well, they can't rebound, can't play defense.
There are examples all throughout college basketball of teams improving throughout the season.
Yeah.
It's possible, Coach. I'm just going to throw it out there, Coach Hurley. I know I'm stupid. I know I'm just this fat, bald guy who talks on Robot TV and on a YouTube page and on a free podcast system and everything. I know I'm just a big, fat dude that's never played college basketball, so what do I know? I understand that. But I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm just going to throw it out there. I know what the word coach means. You obviously don't. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. I may be fat, stupid, ugly, whatever you want to call me. But I know what coach means. Coach them, man. If they don't want to coach, throw in the towel then. But stop going to the press conference and being a complete asshat because you have failed at your job. That's not that kid's fault that asked the questions that you failed at your job. It's not your player's fault that you don't know what coach means. And it needs to end. It needs to end now.
It certainly seems like that when he jumped all over the crowd.
Yes.
And all his players for not listening. That lasted for 1 game.
1 game. And then they went to UCF and had a lead with 12 minutes or 12-point lead with 5 minutes to go. And every foul that UCF did was going to the foul line, and they ended up losing that game. And it's just, they listened for 1 extra game.
And so, at some point, to me, when I see him talk now, it's like he's resigned to the fact.
He knows.
I'm done.
And I told you before, he's either been told he's wrapping up the season, and hey, before the last game, go ahead and have your stuff packed.
We're not bringing another coach in there to have to put up with this.
But there's got to be somebody on that staff that's like, let's try to teach these kids. You're not doing a service to these kids.
Well, just listen to that Coach Irv, and again, I don't know him from the whole.
No, we just saw that 1 game, and then we saw his go-to attitude and stuff like that. But I mean, here's the other side of it, because people go, well, it's not going to get any better. Well, it might not. But one thing I know for sure, maybe the bad stink, the bad attitude will disappear. How about we start with that?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Bobby Hurley's got the Ray Anderson attitude. With Ray Anderson was, don't talk to me, ASU supporters. I'm the athletic director. Who the hell are you to think you can tell me what I should do? I'm the great Ray Anderson. Bobby Hurley's got that attitude. Coach,
don't you know what I did back in 1990?
Yeah. Coach, you were great at Duke. Phenomenal. You were good at Buffalo. Phenomenal as a head coach. You have failed miserably. And now, instead of being a man about it, finishing up the season, trying your best and helping these kids improve their lives on the basketball court, you've decided instead to become this guy that blames the crowd, blames the rebounding, blames how people never listen to you. Time to start looking in-house here, Coach. Start looking at yourself. You walk by a mirror every day, I'm assuming. Just pause for a second and take a look in it. Or go to therapy. One of the two. Fix yourself, because we're tired of it. This next subject here I'm torn on really quick before we go to Suns. North Dakota State University is joining the Mountain West as a football program. I'm not torn on it because they're joining. Actually, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like they're going to make a lot more money moving into the Mountain West than they would if they stayed in Division II. They've won 10 of the last 15 championships in Division II. They've been dominant and everything. And this year when they lost, it was a huge upset in that point. So I'm not saying that, to me, this is a great. Anytime you can move up to get more money for your school is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't get is, so you make the agreement. Mountain West obviously wants you, and you obviously want to move up to that level. And it's a football-only membership for 2026, which means you can grow as a school. I don't know how North Dakota State can grow as a school.
Right.
But in theory, you might be able to get your basketball program up to join Mountain West, stuff like that as well. But they have to pay $12 million to join the Mountain West.
Really?
Yeah. Then they have to pay $5 million to the NCAA because they're moving up a level. $17 million to move up to this level. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is this for the kids?
What's
Or
more
is this to line your pockets?
What's more egregious? $5 million to NCAA or $12 million to the conference?
I can understand the NCAA move up. I don't know what it entails.
What's sweat off their brow?
I know. Yeah. Hey, we want you really bad, but we want you only if you can pay the $12 million fee.
I did not realize those figures.
I don't. That's ridiculous. For a small school like North Dakota State, that obviously you want to move up. They want to move up as well. Really? And you're going to be like, oh, but it's $12 million. And they're ineligible for college football playoffs, Mountain West championships for like 2 years or something like that. No, if they're paying $12 million to come up, they should be able to compete for
Immediately.
immediate Mountain West championship.
Well, what is that? I mean, what? First of all, they probably aren't, but if by some miraculous set of circumstances
they're
they
have problems
are
competing. Yeah,
they're really, really good for what are they? 1AA Division
yeah.
II.
Well, that's what I mean. Their kids are smaller. They're not as fast. They're going to have to start recruiting a little bit differently.
You recruit differently. The Mountain West recruits differently than the Big 12.
Yes.
Big 12 recruits differently than the vaunted SEC.
Different. Dirk Cutter's problem was Dirk Cutter, when he got to ASU, he was great at recruiting those kids for Boise State. And that's who he got at Arizona State.
Right.
They're really good at the Boise State level. They were undersized and undermanned once they got to the Pac-12 level. Utah had the same problem when they first came up. That's what I don't get. $12 million, $17 million to move up, and then you're not eligible for anything. Why can't you be eligible for anything?
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
And I still don't know why the NCAA is sticking their greedy hand in there.
Yeah. I just think $12 million and not being eligible for the extra payments is ridiculous in my eyes. What are we doing?
I hear
You invite them into your league, charge them the $12 million, and then they're eligible for everything. Well, we got to work on our TV pack. Shut up. You're the Mountain West. Slow your roll. Mountain West was like, we got North Dakota State. We're bad. Hey, the rest of everybody else is going, settle down, Tiger. Settle down. Settle down. Hey, your son's
What are we going to do about your son, Steven?
well, All-Star break. They need the All-Star break beyond belief. They don't. Okay. To me, the Suns look tired. And I'm not talking about Booker and Green or coming off the injuries and they were available. We'll just say they were available against the 76ers. To me, the Suns look tired. Dylan Brooks looks tired. Gillespie looks tired. They're trying too hard. They're shooting too much. They're trying to make up for Booker and Green not being there fully right now and stuff to that effect. And they just need a reset and get away from basketball and reset with the All-Star game this weekend. That's what I think they need.
I watched quite a bit of that Philadelphia game. Man, Joel Embiid, when he's healthy.
Don't even get me started.
When he's healthy.
Do the refs give him flops when he's healthy?
He is really good. He's
At
7'1".
At flopping.
He can hit threes. He can shoot free throws.
Yeah.
He can rebound. He can dunk. He can bring
Yeah.
the ball up the
Yeah,
court,
he
Steve.
can look
He's
like he can look like he
unbelievable.
got fouled when he's standing by himself in the locker room.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I
how
hope
good
the
he
guy's
is.
okay when he just fell in the shower with nobody around him and the ref was right there going bloop, calling a foul on somebody.
So you're not going to recognize that he's very talented.
It was so no, he's very talented, but it was so distracting watching him just fouls on him. You hear Booker though right at halftime. Like I heard the audio on the court, but Booker said afterwards, I just told him he's way too good to be flopping out there.
Yeah.
And the refs teed Booker up for saying that. And he goes, "What did I say?" And Booker said, the ref goes, "I don't know, but you guys were chatting, so we're just calling it double technical."
Well,
Embiid is a huge talent when healthy. There's no doubt about it. But the flopping in this game was just made it just unbearable to watch.
I will tell you this. I agree with you as far as the Suns. Yes, I think they need a break. I also think when you have your two quote unquote stars, your all-star and supposedly your second best player come in, they're in and out. The one thing that always has made this team so special this year, I think, is the cohesiveness, the teamwork, the ball movement, all those things, the hustle. When you see, I almost said Mark West.
Dang, going back. Mark Williams.
Yeah, Mark Williams. Beating guys down the field.
You said Mark West. I thought of the pass all of a sudden.
They're down the court. And you've seen them be a step or so slow over the last week or so.
They've slowed down.
Yeah.
I told you my biggest fear from the game before the 76ers was the isolation game they went in against the Warriors in that fourth quarter. They probably did that because they're just exhausted. Here's the other thing. When Dillon Brooks is 11 of 23 from shooting, Brooks should not be shooting the ball 23 times in a game.
Well,
when you have the other shooters out there.
Well, that's what I would say. When Booker and Jalen Green are not out there,
then he
needs to take more shots.
Yeah, but not with them.
But also both of them come back, and now how do you find your role again? That's supposed to be fascinating.
But I just think, well, look, Booker and Green were on minutes, obviously. Booker played 32, but he was only 5 of 12. That Green only played 17 minutes, was 2 of 6. And nobody was hitting shots. So Brooks probably was like, all right, I'm going to shoot now because I can make them. And he ended up not making a lot of them. I just think, like you said, I think the Suns, with all their pressure, how hard they play, I think with all these injuries, with Grayson Allen and Livers is going to be reevaluated after the All-Star break. I do think Grayson Allen's a bigger loss than people are going to give it credit for because of the shooting angle. But I also just think they're just tired. Get through the Mavericks tomorrow night. That's a winnable game regardless. Lose to the Thunder on Wednesday night and just get to this All-Star game. And everybody go find a boat to lay on for 5 days or a week and a half, because then you come back and play not till next Thursday after this break starts. And I think that's what they need, Dale. They just need a break.
And as much physically as probably mentally.
That's what I'm more getting at than it is. I don't think it's physical. I think they're just what they have been, the way they played all year. And this is what I'm worried about coming up here after this All-Star break is everybody else ramps up for the playoffs. Some have been ramped up all year.
Yeah.
That's why I think the All-Star break is what is needed here for them coming up on that side. And then you got to get Grayson Allen back. I mean, he's going to be the biggest Livers. I mean, take it or miss it. Grayson Allen's a big part of this team. Whether he makes shots or not, he needs to be out there on the court for him as well. Book All-Star game, yes. But more importantly, 3-point contest as well. And, folks, the other guys that are in it, Booker's got a chance to win this thing again. And he's been struggling at 3. He's only 30% at 3 for the year.
Yeah.
My point here, Dale, my question is, can this change Booker and get him shooting threes again and making them coming up here?
He ain't winning this.
Okay, who's going to beat him? Donovan Mitchell?
1.
Damian Lillard's out for the season, folks, and he's playing in the 3-point tournaments.
Those
First
two
of all, you've got to admire that, because most NBA guys are like, I'm out for the season. I'm collecting my $40 million, and I'm going to be, see ya, everybody. And Damian Lillard's like, that's okay, I'll go play. Let's do this. No, my point is here, though, is can this help improve his 3-point shooting?
Well, all I know is I hear all the time about the home run derby in baseball and how it can throw somebody's stroke off.
That's different, though.
How?
Because you're trying to hit home runs, that changes your swing. A 3-point shot, they practice. They do 3-point shooting contests at practice every day.
Not shooting 25 balls.
The more you shoot, supposedly the better you are. I wouldn't know. The
Yes,
more
you
I
do.
shoot, the worse I get. Because then you got to go take a nap. So you're not on board with this could help him out a little bit.
I don't know if it'd help him, but it'll be fun to see.
I'll give the NBA this with the 3-point contest, because normally you can't get the stars to compete in these things because they don't want to be embarrassed.
Right.
You have Con Knuppel, I like to call him, Damian Lillard, again out for the season, going to come and play in this. Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Bobby Portis Jr., and Norman Powell. This is one heck of a 3-point contest.
And Devin Booker.
And Devin Booker. This is one heck of a 3-point contest. They got the stars to participate in this. And that's fun. That's going to make that. It's going to be one you're going to want to watch.
Well, that
Normally you don't want to.
Maxey for 76ers, he certainly looked good the other night.
Yeah, we just saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think look, the Suns should beat the Mavericks. I don't care what's going on in their orbit and how tired they are. The Mavericks are awful. Thunder, just I don't know. Pull up the G League for
I
that.
was going to say, how about getting that bench about 40 minutes each?
Can we borrow Nick Richards from the Bulls to come back and play in that one? But I honestly think that's all it is, and hopefully they can catch it after the All-Star break and get that win back of just, all right, let's go. Big push here coming up, what we're looking at for them. Dale, what else is happening on your mind before we take off here today?
Supposed to cool down this week, Steve.
Is it, finally?
Supposed to be in the 70s.
Yeah, because I'm tired of deciding shorts or pants. I should only have one choice in February. That's all I'm going to say. It's annoying. Coming up for the NFL, February 17th through March 3rd. That's the window where you have to put your franchise tag on your players. Did you see Pickens is going to be franchise tagged?
I saw there was talk of that. It's not official.
No, it's not official. It can't be till February 17th. That's fascinating because that means I saw the average salary. So if he signs a one-year deal and doesn't do a whole contract, that puts him at just under $30 million a year. So you're gonna have CD
and that's all guaranteed.
CD at 36, but it's only for 1 year.
Yeah.
Only. But CD at 36, Dak at 50 or whatever he's at, 45 or whatever, and then Pickens at that. And I did see CD Lamb and Dak both said they'll redo their contracts to make room for Pickens.
That's awful nice of them.
Yeah.
Remember, when a player says that, they're not giving up money.
It's just,
They're just restructuring it.
They're getting it years later.
Yes, or years earlier.
Yeah, so one of the two. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I found that fascinating that they're kind of making those moves now. Now, February 23rd to March 2nd is the NFL Combine. March 9th through the 11th is the legal tampering window. They have to do that because they were tired of the illegal tampering happening. And then March 11th at 4 p.m., free agency actually begins. The New Year League, Dale, starts beginning of May. Kyler Murray on this team or not?
I say no.
Here's my question, because they keep saying and people are insisting they're going to be able to trade him.
Yeah.
I've told you all along, the only way he's getting traded is he's going to give a team that wants him, but they know they can't get him in free agency. They're going to have to trade for him. That's the only way they can get him. Other than that, everybody's going to sit back and wait for him to be released. I don't think you can work out a trade before the beginning of the year.
Let me tell you
release
this.
him?
Understand the ramification of this. If you let him go to waivers, if you're guessing that the Cardinals are going to release him, and then you can sign him to a new contract, that's what you want to do.
Yes.
You do not want to assume this contract. If you trade for him, you do assume this contract.
Yes.
And that means that extra money becomes guaranteed for next year, blah, 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 blah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I don't know if even if you could trade him, I don't know if you can work that out. But I also think keeping him on and giving him that roster bonus of several tens of millions of dollars, I think that actually inhibits his trading possibility. Teams are going to go, well, we don't want that extra money on us as well.
Right.
So it's going to be fascinating to see how the Cardinals handle this coming up from that perspective.
Maybe
and
the
everything.
Seahawks will let Darnold go.
Let me ask you this. Yeah, right. I think they have to re-sign him, don't they? I think that's a re-signing factor. Kirk Cousins is on the market. Malik Willis. Obviously, LaFleur, Nathaniel Hackett, they know Malik Willis. And people say he hasn't had a chance in the league, but he's a young guy that has looked well in backup roles and everything. You know what name intrigued me this weekend, though? Kirk Cousins is going to get released. Kirk Cousins.
Could he be Carson Palmer?
He's
Could he
a
be Kurt
guy.
Warner?
He's a guy. I saw him play for the Atlanta Falcons when they came here. He can still run an offense. Is he going to make mistakes? Yes. Is he going to be perfect? No. Is he somebody for the next 10 years? No. But can he come in here for 2-3 years and push you to a playoff push? Yes.
He's made a ton of money. Is he going to be very expensive?
Mm-hmm.
You know, all those things come into play.
I'm intrigued by it. What he can do that Jacoby Brissett can't is he can actually win games. Jacoby Brissett can get you on the cusp of it and then not get you there. Kirk Cousins can win you football games. Let Kyler Murray go and bring Cousins in here for this year. Next year, draft somebody. Kirk Cousins, 2 years. Draft somebody next year and either go with a rookie then or not, depending on where you stand on that side. I could be on board for that. I'd like that better than Malik Willis as an option.
Yeah, I'm not. That doesn't excite me a whole lot.
Yeah, so something we'll keep an eye on as well, folks. Go have fun here on this Monday. McCollum on Business coming up here at 11 o'clock as well. We're going to record probably the pit stop on Wednesday here at Robat TV.
Daytona
so
500, huh?
that.
That's like, isn't that the Super Bowl for NASCAR?
Bowl for them, yes.
Let's start with the Super Bowl. Makes
Only
sense.
reason they do, well, they say it's the Super Bowl because it's right after the Super Bowl, and that's a good marketing.
Oh, I thought that it was their biggest race.
Well, it is. That's the thing. So they do a lot of stuff leading up to it because they have, this whole week. So there's literally stuff on the racetrack all week long, qualifying and everything to that effect, leading up to it. So there's a lot of stuff here coming up, but it's gonna be a fun week there, race fans. So pit stop coming back this week as well. Come and join me on that as well. But McCollum Business at 11. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Don't forget, no coop tomorrow. It's gonna be Friday. Doesn't mean you can't come join us, soily old guys. I don't know why I just said we're soily.
No, you're so.
I have my diaper on, so I'm good. See y'all tomorrow, everybody.